James and Emily had always been the kind of couple others looked up to. After 6 years of marriage, they had crafted a steady life together in a quiet suburb filled with casual barbecues, cozy movie nights, and shared dreams for a solid future. James, a civil engineer, spent his days navigating blueprints and managing tight deadlines. Emily, on the other hand, thrived as a marketing coordinator at a mid-sized tech company where her creativity found a home. Their lives ran on routine, their bond rooted in deep trust, until subtle fractures began to surface. The shift started gradually. Emily's company underwent a major merger, bringing with it a change in leadership and a host of ambitious projects. She was placed on a team under Daniel Hartman, a confident and charismatic manager from an overseas branch. Daniel exuded charm, the kind that turned heads. He was spontaneous, bold, and emotionally expressive, qualities James rarely displayed. Daniel praised Emily's ideas in meetings, lingered to chat at her desk, and often invited her to team outings after hours. Initially, James was supportive. He encouraged Emily to engage professionally and was proud of her enthusiasm. But her late nights at work began to stretch longer. The reason she gave grew less convincing. Another strategy session. She'd text around 8 p.m., followed by apologetic emojis. Don't wait up. James wanted to believe her. He tried to dismiss the unease that crept in, but it became harder when he noticed small but telling changes. A new scent clung to her skin. She smiled at her phone in a way that seemed different, and every time he walked into the room, she locked her screen without a word. One night, while she was in the shower, a message lit up her phone on the nightstand. Daniel, can't stop thinking about today. James stood frozen, a knot forming in his chest. When Emily returned, towel wrapped around her hair, he asked lightly, "Who's Daniel?" She replied too quickly, "My boss." "Why?" "No reason," he said. But something had shifted. Emily began to find comfort in the long hours at work. Daniel's attention was magnetic, so unlike James's quiet reliability. They stayed late more often, the office nearly empty but for the hum of fluorescent lights and the unsaid tension that clung between them. One evening, Daniel reached across her desk to adjust the presentation slide, his hand brushing hers. "You're amazing," he said softly. Her heart skipped. She laughed it off, but a line had been crossed. When Daniel invited her to a client dinner, Emily told James it was mandatory. Over dim lighting, red wine, and conversation that veered far from work, Daniel opened up about his past, his divorce, and how he admired her strength. "I wish I'd met someone like you sooner," he confessed, his foot gently pressing against hers under the table. She didn't pull away. Back at home, James felt the emotional gap growing. He tried to bridge it, surprising her with concert tickets, cooking her favorite meals, but her affection had become robotic, her kisses hollow. One Saturday, while she claimed to be running errands, James happened to pass by her office. Her car wasn't there. Curious and uneasy, he called. "Hey, where are you?" he asked. "At the mall," she replied. The sound behind her, soft echoes, a trickling fountain, was unmistakable. He'd passed that same fountain earlier outside the Riverside Suites. A chill ran down his spine. Driven by instinct, he parked near the hotel. Her car was in the lot. He waited, stomach churning. An hour later, she stepped out, her hair slightly tousled, Daniel's hand resting too comfortably on her back. That night, James sat at the kitchen table, a printed photo of what he'd seen lie in front of him. When Emily walked in, he didn't raise his voice. "Explain," he said quietly, heartbreak cracking his tone. She crumbled. Through tears, she admitted everything. The late nights, the moments she shouldn't have let happen, the overwhelming guilt. "I still love you," she said. "It didn't mean anything. But some damage runs too deep for love to mend." The next day, James packed his things and moved into a small apartment where the silence felt heavier than any shouting ever could. Emily tried to win him back. She came to his door with tears and apologies, promises of change. But the wound she left behind was too raw. Meanwhile, Daniel was relocated to another branch, his charm directed at a fresh face. Emily's workplace began to shift around her, whispered gossip, wary glances, missed deadlines, until one costly error ended in termination. Months later, James sat alone in a cafe, divorce papers resting on the table before him. His sister had mentioned Emily's move to another city, a clean break. He wondered if she ever looked back, if she regretted the choices that unraveled everything. Outside, rain streaked down the windows, blurring the world into gray. Their love, once sturdy and sure, had dissolved, just ripples now, fading from a single careless splash.